I see at one point, you know, you kind of start to slow down with the videos and start actually focusing on shooting music videos. Talk about that mindset and what brought about that.
Yeah, I think that was probably around the time. I think that was around the time my mother got me a camera, and
Okay.
I was going through like figuring out what was the identity of myself, like what path I was going to take. And a lot of my friends was rappers, and like shout out RP C Easy, he's from Slaughter, he's from little TJ Hood.
Okay.
He was the first like person to let me shoot their music video. And you know, he hit me like, "Yo, bro, come shoot my video. You got a camera?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I don't know how to do that, but for you, I learned." So shout out to him. He taught, he literally guided me through that.
Yeah.
He was
and
right.
He had the patience.
He had the patience, you know. And mind you, he's younger than me, but that's what I'm saying when it comes to the Bronx. You never know who somebody is.
Yeah.
This is somebody from Slaughter, from, you know what I'm saying, a park that's a legendary park that's willing to say, "All right, K-Mac is my brother. He gonna shoot my video. We both not looking to get nothing out of this.
Yeah.
Just growth." He wanted a video to post for his people that starting to see that he being a rapper. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe people look at me as a director that shoots videos now instead of just a person that pulls it to the block.
Gotcha.
And that's how that played out. Shout out to him.
That's what's up. So I know you said your mother got you the camera. What kind of camera was it?
She bought me. It was one of those cameras that you put the little VHS in.
Okay.
And yeah, I was excited because I was happy to have footage, anything I could record and document and keep. The only thing is, I didn't know how to use the part. Like when I took the VHS, I didn't know how to document it or get it on computer. I just knew how to edit videos from like a camera that you take real pictures with your family.
Yeah.
And I was so used to that, so I had to learn that. I remember learning all that. That was a heavy process for me to learn.
How long did it take for you from the time your mother got you the camera to learning it? How much time was that?
That was time.
Yeah.
That was me saying, "Yo, my friends, yo, we going out. I'm not going out. I'm not turning up. I'm gonna see y'all later."
Yeah.
I probably didn't see my friends only if I was tired of the computer from learning those days. But other than that, they didn't see me. I didn't see nobody. I was in this crib learning every day, learning about color correction, learning about ISOs, learning about aperture, learning about every little thing, the coding, everything, lighting. I just needed to learn it because I knew it was going to be needed for me to where I really want to go.
Yeah, it's so important because I feel like we all live in a world where, you know, the YOLO world, like, yo, you only live once, turn up. But nah, bro, you only live once, so learn something.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? So you can live the best one life you have.
It's funny that you use the word YOLO because I think that Drake song was out around that time.
Yo.
I made the sacrifice of saying everybody's partying and turning up. I'm gonna just take a step back and I'll be able to party with y'all whenever.
Yeah.
But when I'm partying with y'all, I'm in that party studying the party.
You feel me?
I'm looking at everybody like, yo,
this what they like.
Music they like?
Yeah.
What makes them the most hype?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really intrigued with learning people more.
I agree. And you know what's funny? It's what I tell people. The successful people, we don't realize it, but we all fiends. And they all the drug dealers. Because what Drake said, while all my friends is partying, I'm making the songs that they party to. What Future said he don't do drugs. But mind you, everybody listening to it is following their words. Either doing the drugs or saying YOLO. But they're literally telling you they don't do that.
They don't do that. And
crazy.
That's probably one of the keys to separating the greats. Like you gotta understand what's wanted and where you could fit in that, fulfilling that need.
Gotcha. Yeah. You know, for the people who would like to start filming, do you have any like a preference or a brand for them to use, like a camera to shoot or a camera?
Right now, I think anybody that's trying to get into filming, you know, go with Sony or go with Canon. Two brands that's going to work for you. If you want to do pictures or you want to do videos, those two brands. Like my first camera was a Nikon.
Okay.
But it was only my first actual purchase, but it was the wrong camera. My friend said, "Yo, get you a Canon." I remember I was doing a video with Fresh Montana. He was like, "What type of camera is that?" I'm like, "It's a Nikon." He said, "No, you got to get a Canon. You gonna shoot us?" And I remember like, "What?" And I went and got a Canon. And ever since then, everything been going up from there.
That's what's up. You know. Let's talk about the French Montana time. Like, what was that like working with him?
French, man, that's like French is probably similar to me. Like his mindset is like different. He don't like everybody that's around French. Like it was an era where he had a lot of street people around him. But low key, I don't think French is, not to say that he's not street, but I think he's just very smart. So when you have to put people on scales, it's about their brain and what they know, the knowledge they got. French is the type of person that's willing to take in a lot of information. So when he was around people, he knew how to make everybody play a role for his goal to work. And you got to be like that type of person. You got to have everybody around you that's going to play for the team so it could win. It's not about winning totally, it's about winning as a group. And French understood that, and he was one to put on the Bronx. So I salute him every time I see him or run into him. I make sure he know, like, you really was one of the only people that was like, yo, Bronx. Yeah. Even when you went out of town, you was screaming Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you said something interesting. He knew how to make people delegate tasks, basically. How does someone do that without coming across as bossy or know-it-all or I run you? Like, how does one do that? You know, like calculated. You know what I'm saying?
The word to it is almost like reverse psychology. Like, people will come around you and they know what they want to be for you. You either let them be that or not. They make the decision, but you make sure the door is open for them to understand that they had that choice. So like, if you bring a person around, they start seeing like, oh, nah, he need help here. And then you like, yo, do this. Yo, do this. Sooner or later, they're gonna realize like, nah, he needed me for that.
Yeah.
And now they understand their role and they're comfortable because you never said, yo, do this. You know what I'm saying? So you're not really even being bossy. You're just being mental with it, and they understand their roles.
Gotcha. You know, when shooting videos, you know, how much involvement do you have in the treatment of the actual video?
Majority of the times, like when it comes to treatments, like most of the time, like we coming in the era where there's like a lot of people want to see more flashy and editing. But also, I'm the type of person that I'll be like, yo, look, you know, you want to go viral or you don't. So let's do this. Let's make sure we stand out a little bit. It's to the point where like I almost pushed and pulled all my energy out of myself to use that into making more creativity on the other end of editing for the people. Because they might not understand, like, if I tell you to stand in front of this corner store, how many people stood in front of the same corner store and did video? But if I'm over here telling you, all right, bet, I'm gonna protect you, I got you. When I go home, I come into play. And there's like, all right, I'm a color corrector totally differently. I'm gonna do a different effect. I'm gonna come with something new. I'm gonna spice it up a little differently. And I think that's why the game, like I salute Chicago, because they open the doors for people like me to where it's like, you could just be a cameraman and shoot. You don't gotta be like, in the beginning, you have to be like a big name and a big brand. They came was like, you could be a nobody. And you could still get to the goal and complete the mission. And yeah, that's how I look at it. Like, I always try to help with the back end of editing more than the front end of picking the locations.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know, you speaking on the big names as cameramen. I'm interested. I know this is not the way you started. This is not what you wanted to do. But are there any cameramen that you look at as, oh, I take inspiration from him or her or someone you look up to?
Yeah. Like when it comes to like drill movement, I look up to like I look up to AZ. I look up to D Gaines. I look up to a few more other people not familiar with their names right now. It's not coming to my thought process, but basically the whole Chicago movement, because what they showed me was you could be an ordinary guy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a kid, I look at videos and I'm like, I never knew that it was a whole process. I just saw a video. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Chicago opened the door to letting us see behind the scenes. Like, yo, this is AZ. He's a cool dude. Probably didn't even go to film school. But he took the time out to learn it. And you got to give him a chance. And I'm big on giving people a chance. So it was like, he willing to make you commit to accepting that. That's all that's good to me. Like, all right, he went hard. He made it. So, you know what? Anybody else, the cameraman, if they look at me, look at Spike, like, yo, Spike could do it, I could do it. And that's the goal. I don't want you to ever look at me and be like, Spike is competition. We never competition.
Never.
We hold this together.
Exactly. You know, we see rappers with certain props, you know, in their videos sometimes, you know, like do you have any policies like on set, like for security purposes? Like, how do you go about that?
And like when I first started doing videos and with the like having them have props and stuff, or any whatever type of stuff they have, in the beginning I always was cautious. But then let me like for all your camera right now, this is probably gonna be this might go viral.
Yeah.
You all know the same thing I know. What's more important, the cameraman or the video? The video is important because you need that video to go up.
Yeah.
So I realized that to myself. Nobody will want to harm you if they have any type of props behind the camera and it's pointing at you or directed at you. Everybody is mindful. So their mindset they have is protect that man at all costs.
Yeah.
And I started realizing that as time went on, I go to videos, yo, you good, you need something to drink, do you want to smoke, are you good? It's a level of respect. That's why I always have respect for artists, no matter what background they come from, no matter if they don't have the money or they do, it's always a level of respect. So it's like they respect our job.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, he gonna go home and body my video.
Absolutely.
The last thing I need is for one of these bozos to do some weirdness and maybe shoot a brother. That could never happen because the level of respect is so high for us as what we do in our job.
Yeah. Yeah. What video are you most proud of, and are there any videos that you would want to reshoot?
The video that I'm most proud of gotta probably be like If You Know You Know.
Facts.
Because like I said, we basically had a whole plan. We wanted to do a certain thing, and we wanted to go in a certain direction for Love. And
what direction was that?
We just wanted him to cross over.
Okay.
To the market of where now people looked at him as like, yo, you're a bigger artist. You taking this a little bit more serious. We understand your journey. We're ready to give you that ideal look to where now people start accepting him. So that was probably my right now for me as a director and my goals. That probably hit it right on the notch right there. If you know, you know.
Yeah, that's why it's so important for rappers to take advice from the people, the businessmen around them. Like, yo, you could rap all your life and have the best bars, but when it's time to cross over, you might not know how to do that without the help of others. You know?
Yeah, that's a fact. Like the whole process is a team thing, man. Like, and this year I'm learning that it's a team thing. Like, no one man could do it alone. You know, you always need people. Like, even if you do anything in any aspect of anything, having people support is enough to push you over the hump sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, so like with that whole situation, like I said, we just wanted to make sure bro was looked at as an artist, not just a street cat. You know what I'm saying? So we gave them the image. You know, that day I went to get the drone. We do the drone shots just to show them, like, look, this is Portland. This is their environment. Don't take their environment for joke. This is where they from. They love this area. This is who they are. Yeah. This is what made him him.
Yeah, exactly.
So accept it, you know?
Yeah. Has there ever been any situation where a video shoot got shut down or the shoot couldn't be completed for any reason?
Yeah, I got locked up for a video. I was in Brooklyn. It's funny though. I got locked up. I ended up in jail with Bobby Schmurda.
Oh wow!
A lot of people don't know that story.
That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that story. I was in Fort Greene shooting a video. Cops, you know, doing their job. I never look at them as doing otherwise. They was doing their job. They took us all in. I ended up in there. I'm just like, damn, I'm in jail for doing a video. Yeah. But we was in there, and Bobby just happened to be going through there that same day. Wow. It was for something light. I think he was in there for like that moment he got locked up for driving or something like that. Okay. Something with license or something. But it was just a learning lesson. I'm like, dang, like it took me in. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it happened though. Yeah. Charged for the game.
Did you say what up to Bobby? Like, yo?
I didn't even get a chance to see Bobby because Bobby, as soon as we get in, Bobby is literally going from cell to going to see the judge. But Bobby was basically like, we get in, yo, Bobby was just right here. He just went up. I'm like, Bobby Schmurda was ahead? That's crazy. Like, and I was in Brooklyn. I'm from the Bronx.
Yeah. That's a fact. Wow. You know, in your opinion, what's the difference between a videographer and someone that shoots your video?
Dang, that's a good question. Videographers and someone that shoots your videos, like it could be one and the same. Because a videographer also could be like somebody that you just do business with, and then somebody that shoots your videos could be somebody that you build a relationship with.
Okay.
So most of the time, I think a lot of people that become successful, they have people that shoot their videos. Because if it's a specific videographer you hire, they might not always have the interest of you to go up. They just doing their job. And, you know, that's a part of the business. You got to come, do your job, go home.
Yeah.
When you shoot with somebody that you know, that's your cameraman or somebody you shoot with, their intent might change to like, you know what? I think we could make this work. Let me try to put a little emphasis to help Buddy go up.
Yeah.
What I'm losing for him winning. You don't lose for somebody else to win. You always win in the long run.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I know as positive as you are, once you're working hard, certain things might come with it. Is there ever quote unquote beef amongst the cameramen, like other people hating on Spike Tarantino?
Shout out to all of the new dudes. All of the new dudes been showing love. Yeah, but there's been a moment where like I was in a dark place, lost my mother.
Oh wow.
And everybody, it's like I was like the go-to cameraman, and then somebody else came up and it was the go-to cameraman. At the same time, we both the go-to, but he became more of the go-to.
Yeah.
And as a human being, I understood that because I wasn't who I was at that moment.
Yeah.
People looked at that as an opportunity to like say, yo, he's better than you, or he's the God. I accepted that. You know why? Because I know who I am at the end of the day. He could be the God. I'm the God too.
Yeah.
And you gotta always know that. You gotta look at it like, look, if somebody is the number one person, they're the number one person in their life. I'm still the number one person in mine.
Exactly.
So even when I was at my down moment, I never looked at it like, dang, I'm done. I just looked at it as this is the beginning.
Exactly.
If y'all accept him right now and think he better than me, wait till y'all really see the real me.
There you go. That's what's up. You know, not to go back into a dark place, but you mentioned losing your mother. Can you speak about that, how it happened, or what you was going through around that time?
Yeah, around that time, I really just put the camera down. I wasn't really trying to be no cameraman. I like being a cameraman. I have to have sacrifices. It's either make money or make no money.
Yeah.
Being the provider for my family, I gotta just provide.
Yeah.
So losing a mother, I'm the provider.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest.
Wow.
So it's like you don't got no room to choose if you don't have this or that.
Yeah.
It's always provide because that's what she did for me. So when that decision came, when she wasn't here no more, and it was just me looking over my younger brothers and my sister, I had to make the decision. So in the beginning, I made the decision I'm just gonna work. I had a job, and you know that didn't last long because I realized I was meant for other things.
Yeah, meant to do bigger things. Well, rest in peace to your mother, man. No doubt, no doubt. I know you shot music videos for Rondo Number 9, you know, Lil Durk, Famous Dex, Asian Dog, NLE Chopper, you know, G Herbo. You know, how did you land those big artists? Like, how did you talk about those connections?
Now I'm realizing that to land those big things, you just gotta be yourself. Cause
nah, come on, man. Now you can't. Yo, you know what to give me on.
No. Yo, you really gotta, all right, so look, let me go back. The Rondo Number 9 situation, that was me having connections with people from my hood. People from my hood. Rondo came to New York first time. They're like, yo, we got Rondo. We need K-Mac. I'm gonna say who he was at the time. We need director K-Mac, Rondo, and this dude Swag. We did the video. Rondo was, you know, he was authentic. He was everything that we thought Chicago artists would be.
Wow.
You know, when you be like, oh, the Chicago artists, let me see if they really like that. You know, New Yorkers, let me tell you, New Yorkers love testing Chicago people.
Yeah.
But it's not a disrespect. It's almost like a check, it's like a, let me check him to see if he really liked me. Rondo came, everybody realized Buddy liked that. I met D Rose too. Free D Rose, I think he locked up right now. I met D Rose, and I'm like, yo, these are the dudes that Chief Keef is talking about.
Facts.
They really like that. Like, I'm around them, and the way they talk, the way they move, their energy is everything. The NLE Chopper situation, that was just me having a lot of plugs with the labels, and NLE Chopper flew in his first time in New York. Now I'm starting to think about it. I always work with somebody on their first time in New York. I don't know why. I guess I'm just blessed.
Yeah.
Because in the Chopper first time in New York, I did a video with him. Famous Dex first time in New York, I did a video with him. Wilder Living Out first time in New York. So I guess that's just a pattern. But I always was true to who I was. So everybody that was connected to me, that was connected to them, that brought them or had them come out, they looked at it like, yo, we need the most authentic person, the most official person, we're gonna go to Buddy. And I just happened to be him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. And then they had to trust your talent and your skills.
They gotta trust that. All right, we're about to shoot a video. It's either do or die. We're about to either pay Buddy for a feature or we're about to have him work with somebody he don't know. He has to feel comfortable too. So like in LA Chopper, I was there with Swiss Beats. There's a lot of people. Alicia Keys was there that day.
Wow.
They had to trust my judgment.
Yeah.
And shout out to my boy from 300 Entertainment. He plugged me in with that. That was Famous Dex manager. He plugged me in. But mind you, he must have trusted my judgment through all the stuff I did with Famous Dex.
Exactly.
So he gave me the opportunity. All the opportunities gonna come through trust in your relationships. So always treat you good on your way down or on your way up.
Yeah. And I like to say, like, every job you do, act like it's the biggest job in your life, because that's what's gonna get you the other one.
This year, that's how my mindset this year was. I don't want to shoot 100 videos.
Yeah.
I just want to shoot 10 of them that matter.
Yeah, and
that's it.
Yeah.
And those 10 that matter won't really matter forever.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, like all the people I look up to, whether it be Spike Lee or Quentin Tarantino, those movies that they shot matter.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree. You know, music videos are like performances. You know, we get a sense of who the artist is. Being that you've shot a lot of music videos for different artists, I'm sure you can identify, you know, what we were saying before, that star quality. You know what I'm saying? In your opinion, what makes a star versus a regular rapper? And who are some stars you see on the rise today?
The star quality, man, is different, bro. You really notice it like that. Yeah. It's something that you just can't even like describe. You just identify with it automatically. Like everybody from the beginning of me working with them, it was a stance. It was the way they talked to people. It was the way they controlled the room. It was the way everybody listened to them. It was just even the way they took information too. So whether it was like Asian Dog, Famous Dex, Jay Critch, now B Love, K Flock, they have this type of presence that you can't fake.
Yeah.
It's who they are. They wear it right on their skin. You know what I'm saying? They exactly who they say they are.
Exactly.
And everybody accepts it, understands the mission, and looks at them as that person. So star quality is everything. And a lot of people might not have it, but they on their way to building it up.
Yeah.
But then there's the people that just it's there out the gate. Yeah. You could just see it, even if they're not even that confident in their music yet. They just need somebody to tell them that sometimes.
That's what's up. Man, who are, I know you was talking before with B Love having that star quality. What made you feel like he had that in him?
Well, one, B Love, like when I first met B Love, I met him. This people that he's working with is my people that I'm familiar with. They met my mother, so they like family. But when it comes to like him, he's a whole other person. I'm meeting him and I'm like, wait, hold up. I just met him and it's almost like I knew him.
Yeah.
Or he's almost family in a sense, because the way he moves, the store process, the way he deals with his friends, the way he deals with his family, it mimics mine. So I look at him like, yo, you're a young kid, but you have an old soul. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that, like, because you look like you're the same person as me. You just trying to take care of everybody, take care of your surroundings, make sure everybody good, protect everybody. And you gotta, as a person that comes from, like, when you have identity and you see somebody got that same identity as you respect it. Yeah. No matter who they are, you just respect it because you understand them. They understand you. It's like, salute for being who you are. Because now I know I'm not the only one like that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a fact. You know, you speak on meeting B Love. And obviously you met K Flock, Dougie B. How did you meet all of them? And what was it like working with them? What are they like? Like, I'm sure the people would want to know, how are they outside of the music? Who are these guys?
Nah, Love, he's a cool kid, man. Like, he's he's one of, all right, you work with a lot of people.
Yeah.
He's one of those people that's willing to learn. Sometimes, like, we'll shoot and I'll tell him something, he's actually listening.
Yeah.
And, you know, even at his highest peak, he's still listening.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing about a person. You know what I'm saying? Even with K Flock, like, Flock was on that type of time, like, he's young, he's energetic, he's outside, he's moving. But he'll stop for a second and hear you out. And like I said, when you have star quality and you have this type of power, you have to understand how to listen too.
Yeah.
Like, the greatest people in the world listen. And they also gave out information. But in order to listen, you take it in and you figure out how the best way to push it back out. And Love, man, he's just a cool kid. Flock, Dougie, man, nah, Dougie's.
Yeah, that's the energy, man.
I never met, let me say this. I met Famous Dex and I met Dougie.
Yeah.
Dougie might be one of one.
Yeah.
Like, I never met nobody like Dougie. I thought Dougie was like a Famous Dex for, the energy, the performance-wise, the dancing.
Yeah.
But when I understood his mind too, like he's really in tune with stuff. Like, we was at the Garden and he's like, yo, bro, I'm gonna be back. I'm about to go say what up to everybody in the room.
Wow.
And I'm like, yo, what type of? But I would do that.
Yeah.
But you Dougie B, and he went up to Bobby Schmurder. It was good, Bobby. It was good, Nav. It was good, Rowdy. Introducing yourself. A lot of people understand introducing yourself means a lot to people.
Yeah.
That's a character. That's character right there. So I looked at Dougie and I'm like, yo, you're not just what the music say. You have a mind.
Exactly.
And you got that goes a long way.
Right. So up until this point, how long you been working with all of them?
With them, probably a year and a half. First, because Dougie was locked up. So I was working with B Love and K Flock first.
Yeah.
First B Love, then B Love was like, I got this artist that I like, and we're gonna do a song with him, which was K Flock. And I'm like, K Flock? I'm like, who that? Like, and when I first met K Flock, I didn't know he was a rapper.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, he raps? Cool. I'm just getting new to them. I'm like, all right, bet. This is a rapper, you want to do a song with? Let's do it. So I knew him for like a year and a half. Like,
okay.
Each person introduced me to each person.
Yeah.
And we shot down Dougie B. That was his first time being in the video. I remember him coming to me the first time. He said, yo, bro, make sure you get my scene in the video, bro. And I just came home. They gotta see me. And I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. I'm gonna make sure you see it in the video. And I get it, because it's like the whole time he locked up,
he's
hearing like, yeah, this going crazy. And I'm like, yo, I never realized like that impact. Like, imagine my friend is just on the outside doing whatever he's doing. My mother is telling me he's going crazy. I'm gonna get out and be next to him and go crazy too. Yeah. It's like it changed his whole mindset. He could have came out in a whole other direction. That's why I salute to Dougie B. He came out and went right to where he needed to go to.
Exactly.